All right. What's up, everybody? So today I want to talk about probably the most important thing in music ever. So, look, I'll be honest. When we're talking about music, guitar, piano, music, we are talking about the idea of hearing sounds and relating to them. In that sense, when we are working on our ears, we are actually working on music. There's no differentiation between technique, playing guitar, and ears. And I'll explain what I'm saying. What I'm saying is music is the art of listening. We're listening to sounds and we're like, that sounds cool. Oof, that sounds really nice. The reason I can enjoy it is because I'm differentiating between the elements and I'm able to tag this information in some way. Now, for some people, the part of tagging is not maybe developed as others. Sorry. That means that we need to articulate what's happening there. I like thinking about music in the sense of colors. What I mean by that is I can have a sound, a feeling, a color, if you will, that changes and I feel in a certain way. Now, the idea that people are just born talented and, kind of like just have it baked in them while they come out is not really realistic. What we do have is the idea of being sensitive to these sounds and being able to articulate that. Now, this is 100% doable. That's the good news. I know a lot of people are trying to work on getting better at guitar and music and and other instruments. Now, what I'm saying and what I'm going to talk about here is applicable for everything. And that's why I think it's a very important video. If you like music, if you like guitar, if you like being the process of getting better at what you do, this is a very important video. Okay, so first of all, I am going to give you, if you'd like, there's a link down below. There is a free 5-day challenge that I'm offering. I'm also offering that because the teacher that I study with, Dr. Rotem, she's an amazing educator for e-training and developed a beautiful system, and I study with her, so she just passed away. So this is just kind of like sharing some of her light. And this is something that I practiced a lot in my life, actually every day. And I'm also showing that to my kids, and I see them starting to respond to these notes and say, this is this and this, that. This is a side note. What we are going to talk about today right now is the idea of tagging harmonic progressions. So when we're hearing this chord, and for that, in this instance, we're in the key of C, and we're hearing this chord, we're feeling something. There is some pain, there is some beauty in that. Now, the idea that you can feel that means that you can hear that. You feel this kind of pain, this some sadness, if you will, that resolves. That beauty of music is that idea of tension and release. Now, let's be really, really clear and simple.
There is a 5-day challenge that I'm offering for free. If you want to join, please join. It's really cool videos. I really think you'll like it. Check it out.
I'm going to play chords right now with 2 fingers only. Nothing crazy, 2 fingers. So this is the chord C major. From this chord, this is 1 and 3, that's it. But it contains enough information for us to process the sound of C major. From here, I'm going to go to the chord F major and the chord G major. Now, this is something you might know, but hang in there. So this is what we call 1, 4, and 5. And sure, you can play bar chord if you want, that's totally fine. What's important for me here is to not say you know this, because I need you to listen to this deeply, so whenever you hear this motion, this progression, you can tag it in a very clear way. That means that even if I change something, 1, 4, for example, 4 minor. If I'm changing something in this progression that you might know, you're able to articulate it. So again, just let's try these 2 chords. You can hum the note with me. Ooh, this is the bass. Do, fa. So this is 1, 4. Do, fa. Now ask yourself how this feels. That process of tagging is tremendously important. That means that you're not skipping steps. You're paying attention and you're tagging information. Also, on an intellectual level, we understand that we're in the key of C. This is the chord C major. This is 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. The 4 chords, C, D, E, F, would be F. The same shape, finger on the 1st fret and a finger on the 3rd fret. This is a major 3rd. And then I'm shifting to a minor 3rd. So we have 1, 4, 4 minor. Right, this is sort of like a beginning of music. Now, the reason I'm trying to even play it in time for a second is just to show you this is so close to a song, and this is really many songs actually. So that ability of us to understand that 4, 4 minor, 1 is huge. Now, can you play all the degrees? Okay, so let's see what happens here. So this is C, this is F, and this is G. This is A minor. In other words, this is 1, 4, 5, 6. Now notice what happens. I played a major chord, another major chord, followed by another major chord, and then I played a minor chord. And that has a different sound, and you probably know that. But I need you to pay attention to how it feels. So when you're hearing this song, or when you're hearing this progression, you can play it. A lot of people ask me, this is kind of the reason I wanted to make this video, how can I learn songs by ear? And learning by ear is a big deal because this is one of the ways that we can progress as musicians, transcribing songs, transcribing melodies, transcribing solos. And the process a lot of time is doing it while being aware of the tagging. 1, 4, 5, 6. Let's sing the bass. Okay, do, fa, sol, la. Again, this is not complicated stuff, but it's very, very close to being beautiful because once I start adding some colors, all of a sudden from the same idea of this motion, I can get so many beautiful chords and sounds if I only understand what I'm doing. So it's not just like a shape, I feel it, I hear it. Again, do, fa, sol, la. If you have a guitar, play it with me. If you don't have a guitar, listen and try to tag 1, 4, 5, 6. Okay, what other chords do we have in C major? Let's try to see systematically what happens here. So we have 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Repeat itself. Now, I just started mechanically, if you will, just from the lower register here. So this is my 4, 5, 6, 7, 1. That's cool. 1, 2, 3, 4. So what about just descending? I'm just exploring the sounds. While I'm playing this, I added a little bit of time just for fun, but I'm trying to show you how close we are all the time to the music, how close we are to hearing these elements. Fa, mi, re, do, fa major, mi, oh, E minor, re, do, oh, I know this progression, okay, 4, 3, 2, 1. What happens if I do a 2-5-1, which is a common progression in music? 2, 5, 1. Let's hear the bass. Minor, sol, do, re, sol, la. 2, 5, 6. Why did I do that? Well, this is what we call a false cadence. You expected me to go to 1 after the dominant, the 5, but I went to the 6. So 2, 5, 6. And you see, I'm really just playing everything right now on the 6th string because I'm trying to just make a point that I can use very, very limited shapes to create all these sounds. So 2, 5, 6. Ooh, flat 6. 5. Check this out. 2, 5, 6. Bass descending, half step. Flat 6, 5, sus 4, 2, 3, 1. Simple, but again, super effective. What we're seeing, right, is with almost no chords, almost no shapes, I can actually hear all the diatonic motions within the key with 2 fingers only. And you might say, rightfully so, what happens if I'm adding more sounds? What happens if instead of C, I will play a C major 7? That's kind of cool. C major 7, shell, F. Okay, so C major 7, 1, and we hear this beautiful sound that is being added. And I'm noticing that this is a 7. There is some clash there, but in a beautiful way. 4, 5, 6. Okay, let me make all these chords a little more interesting. So 1 major 7, 4 major 7, 5 dominant to A minor 7. 1, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so this sounds kind of nice because I have these shell chords, 7 chords. What if I use one more device here? Nothing crazy, but I'm going to use the secondary dominant 5 of 4. So C major 7, C7, F major 7, and I'm going to go to F minor. Major 7, 5 of 4, secondary dominant C7, leading us to the 4. 4 minor. You can feel this kind of longing, this kind of pain that is being resolved. What is interesting here to talk about, to hear and to feel is that motion of tension that is being built. The C7, a dominant within the key, leading to a place in the key, or a secondary dominant if you will. C7 is highlighting the chord F, it's the 5 of F, F major 7 and an F minor. And F minor is kind of a borrowed chord that is being used to kind of tickle our heart, if you will, creating a lot of tension and kind of almost chord doesn't belong there. And then it's resolved. What I'm trying to show and what I'm trying to talk about is to kind of engage your feelings